Yo, what is up, everybody? Back on the Madden NFL 17 Draft Champs. Just got done with a cool 3-0. Trying to make it 4-0. Looks like we're taking on the Ravens here. Has a pretty good lineup. My boy Willie McGinnis on the other side. Should be a fun one. Again, main goals of this game. Boom, there it is right away. A interception. I was just going to talk about my composure and trying to stay within the game and not make too many mistakes. And our opponent makes one right away and he pays for it. Hopefully we can turn it into some points and go from there. And one other thing I want to get going to is my running game. My running game has not been strong at all in this Draft Champs run. My running back is not great. I probably should have. I had a chance to take a couple of other running backs, and I didn't take another running back. But here we are trying to get a 3 points, and it looks like it just comes up short. Not quite far enough. Maybe that's where a running back would have helped. A couple of extra yards there would have been nice. But it's still 0-0. Opponent hasn't done anything big yet. Nothing to worry about as of this moment. I feel like I have him pretty well contained. So this should be a close game no matter what. And I left the seam wide open. That 4 wide receiver, 3 wide receiver set with the seam is tough to cover. It always is. Did he just try to throw it back? I think he just tried to pitch it. That would have been hilarious. And we leave a wide open hole again. No defensive line. That's to be expected. The only guy I have on defensive end is, I believe, Deion Jones. He's a linebacker. My linebacker core was a little too stacked, so I threw him on the D end, and he's come up big a few times for us. But here we are, marching down the field, trying to match our opponent's score at 7. Doing a pretty good job of it. Those seam routes are so tough to stop. Unless you know how to stop them, then they're not that hard at all. Oh my gosh, annihilated. Look at Williams. He's trash. I think next Draft Champs, I am definitely going to get a new running back. Alright, so we're on the 1 yard line. And you know what I'm going to do here. What the great Tom Brady would do. Sneak it. And we're in for the touchdown. I think Hoyer just threw the ball at that guy. And we have a missed extra point. I really hope that does not come back to haunt me in the end. Kicking off my opponent now. Hopefully force a fumble. Oh my gosh, he just weaving in and out. Almost made it out of there. But we stopped him. And that's okay. Because he didn't go anywhere. So we got to try to hold my opponent here before the half. He's got a whole 2.5 minutes. And he just made a big pass downfield. Can't allow that. Especially in a moment like this. We have to contain here. Need to cover the sidelines as well. The one's pretty well covered. And we get the pick. Deflection after deflection and the interception. I'm all about it. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And I just threw it right back to him. Good work by my opponent. He was waiting on that one. I shouldn't have made that throw. I tested him. And I paid for it. And on the 4th and 10, We leave another seam route open. Some of my zones are getting annihilated, and I need to make better user control judgments. Can never really leave the middle of the field open. If you play Madden at all, you know that. Comes down to user control, and I didn't have a quarterback spy, and that hurt me there. Typically, I like to go zone heavy on the goal line here if we can get one. Yes! To Marshall just before the half. Make him pay for it. Marshall's come up huge in this Draft Champs run. I've played a lot of teams that can't really contain Marshall. I think the last team I played had a good set of cornerbacks, but other than that, as we fail on the 2-point conversion, that missed extra points really hurting me at the moment. We're down 2 instead of tied. So if it ever comes down to it, if I don't take the lead anytime soon here, we could be fighting for a field goal. That field goal or that 7 to 10 point lead by my opponent can really hurt later. So play action was unaffected there. Try to do a hurry up. I think he left the middle of the field open. We're going to try to exploit it. And I threw to the wrong guy. I should have went to Moncrief, I believe that was, in the middle of the seam. That seems to be the one route that is constantly open on plays like that. Anything running up the field near the numbers are usually open if you give it a few seconds. We force a quick pass to our opponent, and he is going for it on 4th and inches. Let's see if we can get up there and stop him. He's probably going to run it, unless he's brave. He wants to pass it. And he runs it right up the gut, which is really smart on his part because I have no defensive line, as we know. So if he was smart, he would just keep running that football. I can tell you right now, if he kept running it, I don't think there's a dang thing I could do to stop him. Looks like he's going to pass here. If he's smart, he run it. If he doesn't run it, I hope he throws a pick. No way. I can't believe he caught that. There was like 3 or 4 Patriots all around him. Even after that bad user tackle right there, we still held him. Lost a yard. We're going into the 4th quarter. Hold up them 4s. Pray for me, because we need to come up big here. Stop my opponent on the goal line, and I fell for the halfback toss. I hate that play so much, because you either have to defend the middle, the edges, or the pass. And here we are again. Those seam routes are just too easy this game. And I'm not going to stop what is working, especially in a time of desperation like this. If you can't stop it, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. Come on, baby. There we go. Marshall again. Wow. This is way too easy. I actually can't believe how easy this has been. Look at my opponent showboating. I wish he would have fumbled right there. That would have been hilarious and well-deserved. But he's played a solid game so far, and he's made some breaks go his way, so cannot complain on that end. Looks like a screen here. I'm all over it. Saw that a mile away. And it's 4th and 13. After my opponent punted, we got to make a drive.